Hello everyone. Welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part, we are learning about creating support ticket priority, exploratory data analysis dashboard, and you can see dataset description for KPIs, advanced KPIs information here that you can try from your end as well. We are just explaining how to load the dataset, purpose of the dataset, and this is part one. It will have many parts. These are support tickets raised by different companies. So we have booking channels, we have company size, average priority by customer sentiment, by day of week, customer tier, industry. We still have many other columns left, so that we will continue in the second part. For every categorical column, their numerical columns are also created, so they can be directly used in machine learning models. We will use these simple filters to filter data as per our requirement, and that you can see here. So let's learn how to create this simple dashboard and then proceed with machine learning of this project. So the data set that we have today for data analysis purpose is support ticket priority data set. It has synthetic tabular data of, you can see, 50,000 support tickets from 25 companies. It is available on Kaggle. And here you can see we have some fields related to company profile, context, product and channel, impact and flags, etc. And the file for this data set is this. You can see we have ticket ID, day of week in number. Every company is given as a company ID. Company size is given. Company size category is given. Then we have industry. So they have already categorized every text column. Like they have already made them numerical. So if you are applying machine learning, you can use these columns. Otherwise, you can use, if you are doing data analysis using Power BI or Tableau, you can use these text values for better analysis, better visibility. So you can see we have region, we have product area, we have booking channel reported by role. We also have total number of customers affected by that ticket and different type of other numerical fields like error rate percentage, downtime, payment impact flag, and so on. So we will simply load this data set. This data analysis will be in several parts. So first we will load this data set and then we'll start creating dashboards. Now we will open Power BI and load this data. So we have Power BI here, and you can see now we will simply get the CSV file. So we can click on get data and text CSV, and from here we can go to support ticket dataset folder, and then we will load this file. And important thing is to see if all the headers are properly mapped with their respective columns, and then we can load. Whenever we are doing exploratory analysis or if you are creating a machine learning model, so while analyzing this data, you can see a target field is given, like what is the priority, low, medium, or high. And here you can see purpose of the data set is also given. So here you can see that it is used to study priority classification. Companies differ by size and industry. So this, like what is the priority of that ticket? So that is something that we are going to analyze. And once the data is connected, so now we will first prepare our for canvas. We will add a text box. So this text box can be added like this. And in this text box, we will enter our heading, whatever is heading. So obviously here it is very easy. Support ticket priority analysis data. So we will copy this and apply here. So this is support ticket. priority analysis or priority data analysis. And we are doing EDA. We are not applying machine learning. Obviously, before machine learning, you have to do EDA. Then in another part, we will connect this data set with Python, apply Python pandas, and then analyze the data. And this one is part one. Now we can select this align center. We can select some font color. So I'm going with a light font color, font size around 24, and background color for this text box is available here. So we will select some background color like this priority, and we will also enable visual border. And in visual border, we will use, sorry, we will not use this color, but we will use the same color, but we will use the same color, and we will give rounded corner around 14 pixel. So this will be the heading. Next, we will create some sidebars. These sidebars will be used for placing filters. This is what we usually do. For sidebars, we'll go to insert and insert a shape. So this shape here will be used to put all the filters. So here we will just use this shape, and height of this shape will be entire height of the data, height of this canvas, and we will align it like this. For this shape, we will just go to style, and in color we will choose this, and then we will insert some images. So these images will represent what we are trying to do here. So for images, we have a assets folder. So we will just open assets folder where we have many different images. So if some images, if some image here represents customer support, so we can add that or we can download it from Canva. So for now, I'm just using this image. Later, I will change it if needed. So this and if you want to, if you are doing it for a company, if you want to use your company's logo, you can put it here. So here I have mentioned some core KPIs. First core KPI can be total tickets to find out overall and filtered by company, region, and industry that we will use as a filter. That's why we have kept this area. To create these KPIs, we will use a card, and we can easily adjust height and width of this card, and we will place it here. Because there are going to be several KPIs, so we will use a small size here. And total tickets first of all. So here ticket ID represents uniqueness, like it's a unique field. So using this, we can get total number of unique ticket IDs. It is showing some, but we actually have to do count this thing, and it is actually 50,000. We will format our visual, go to call out value, choose font size around 25, and color as this primary color. And this is category label, which we will select from our data pane. So we will select this one if needed. And this will be count of ticket ID. And here we have title. So if you want, you can enable title, but for these visuals, it is not necessary. We can just go here and rename for this visual as count of tick or total tickets. Now, after creating total tickets, we will create, we have to do one more thing. In effects, I will enable visual border and shadow. Visual borders color will be same as background color. So if you are using a dark background color, you can use same background color. So it will generate this kind of shadow effect. And if you want rounded shape corners, so you can again go to effects, and in visual borders, you can select 12 pixel or 10 pixel as per our requirement. So we will select 10 pixel. So this is total tickets. Now we can go to home tab. So here we have a home tab. we will copy and paste. So this will create copy, and now we will put it in the first row. So these will be our KPIs, and we'll now just replace their fields. So I'm just using this much width, and let's adjust gap between them so that we can fit all of them. If you have more KPIs, you can use multi-row cards also. And if you have date as a column, then you can also use the built-in KPI cards given like this one, which needs a trend axis. But if trend axis like date is not given, you can use these KPIs. So now it is given, and now we will just go with our KPI list. And this is tickets by priority, count and percent split of low, medium, high. So you can see minimum priority is 1 and maximum. So what they have done is in the data set, they have just given priority. So for example, here you can see, let's see priority category. So we have a table view here itself. So here you can see we have priority. So you can see priority here, which is either given as low, medium, high. And low is categorized as 1, medium is categorized as 2, and high is categorized as 3. So that's why we have selected average here. What is the average of priority category, which is 1.65. Right? It will, if it was close to 3, so we could have said that more tickets are of very high priority. It is close to 2, so we can say most tickets are of low to medium priority. That's why we have selected average here, and we can say average priority or average of priority, whatever you want to call it. Now, after creating tickets by priority, we also have average downtime. So let's change that. So here we have information of downtime in minutes, and this is also important. So we will just add, and instead of sum, we can select average. That on an average, what is the downtime? We name for this visual as average downtime and in minutes. This will be another KPI for us. Next, in the dataset, payment impact flag is given. So if you go here, you will be able to see payment impact flag. So this payment impact flag is either 0 or 1. So we have to count number of tickets where payment impact flag is 1. So I will just create another table here. In modeling tab, I will create a new table just to store all the measures that we have. I will call it measures table. In this measures table, I am going to use calculate function. In calculate, first measures table will be empty, and then in this we will create a measure. So we will create a measure called payment impact. So tickets with payment impact. Here we can use calculate function. In calculate function, we will write an expression that is count rows. So we will count total number of rows in support ticket table. So we'll select this. And we are counting total number of rows in support ticket table where payment impact flag value. So support payment impact flag value is 1. We know that there are total of 50,000 total tickets, and it will give us ticket with payment impact. So now we have this measure. Let's bring it this way. So we will have tickets with payment impact. You can see there are 833 tickets with payment impact. In a similar way, you can also create tickets with security incident. So we can see that security incident flag is also given. So if a ticket was raised indicating security incident, here also we have zeros and ones. Now, as we created this, I will simply copy and create another table, sorry, another measure, and that will be security incident tickets. And here, instead of payment impact flag, we will just select the security incident flag and it should be 1. So total number of tickets for security incidents are this. If we want to check, we can check this and we can add here in fields. But if you want to calculate percentage, like what percentage is it of total tickets, so you just have to divide 139 by 50,000. Obviously, it's a small percentage, but if you want to find out that percentage, so you can create another measure. And we can call it security incident ticket percentage. I'm just writing it in short. So here we are going to use the divide function, and in this divide function, as a numerator, we will select this measure, that is security incident ticket, and then we have to select denominator. So we will simply, we can use distinct count also, like distinct count of ticket IDs. So this way we will find fraction. And to avoid divided by zero error, we put an alternate result as 0. This will give us that percentage. So if we just go and put that percentage here, obviously you can see it is showing 0 because it may be a very small number. So in call out value, let's say none. So you can see if I am showing 5 decimal places, then only we are able to see that value because obviously 139 is negligible in place of 50,000. Once we create such columns, we can also represent them as a percentage. In that case, we will be able to see the exact percentage. In this case, now I can go back to 2 decimal places, which is 0.28%. So I'm just keeping these KPIs. In the similar way, either in another chapter, we will create more KPIs, or you can find other KPIs like this. Similarly, you can find tickets with data loss, average error rate, these kind of things can be find here. Support ticket instead of support ticket, we will go error rate percentage is given. So we will simply go select one error rate percentage. Instead of sum, we will select average. It will be average error rate percentage. This will be average error rate. Now once we have created these KPIs, so as you know, in the Kaggle description of this data set, average of priority is given as that field. So now we can try to create some visuals to analyze that data. So first thing we will create a stack column chart. So here we are going to create a stack column chart. We will adjust its width and height. So here we will go with this much width. And in this x-axis, we can put some categorical fields like booking channel and Let's say we want to see booking channel wise, and on y-axis we will select the average of priority. So we can create a new measure so that we don't have to change every time. So we can just write average priority, ticket priority. So average priority, where we are going to use average function, and this will we can get from priority category because that is numerical. That is something that we have used here. Now we have this average priority, and when we select this, we can select the second chart like this. You can see average priority by booking channel is from for phone it is highest. Priority for phone is highest, and for web it's 1.55 according to data. Next thing that we can do, we can go to these charts in general tab. We have title. For title, we will select this text color. I will align it to center. Another thing that we can do is we have effects. So we can enable visual border, select white color, and what we can enable some shadow. Just to give small rounded corner, we can go to effects one more time, and in visual border, we will select 10 or 12 pixels as rounded corner. So this is average priority by booking channel. After booking channel, we have company size. So company size will be given as a small, medium, large company. What is the average priority or the average ticket priority by company size? So we can create copy. So we can just copy it and then paste it to create its copy so that we don't have to use the styling again and again. And this time, instead of booking channel, we will just replace it with company size. So this will give us an indication that large companies have high average priority, and you can see their average priority is above 2, which is actually way above overall average. So we can select this. This chart we can show like this as well as a horizontal bar. For these charts, what we can do, we can just go to visual settings and we can enable data labels to see those numbers. If you want to increase size of these details, so you have it in values, you can increase size. Obviously, because of I will just select this and bold. Because of this visual size, it is not increasing the overall size. So this is average priority by company size. Here in visual settings, we also have options for bars. Like if you want to select a different color or if you want to apply some kind of rule that if value is, for example, large, show this color. So you can select that rule or you can show it as a gradient also. That if support ticket average priority value is very low or low, so you display it with a light blue color, and if it is high, you display it with a dark blue color. You can do that as well. And this is called legend, which gives you the range. But because the range is properly visible, so we will disable the legend. So you can display it like this as well. Just another way of showing the data. And we can create another copy of it. And after, and as I said, this will be in several parts because there are a lot of fields and we have to explore a lot of data. Now we have customer sentiment. So if you go there and see customer sentiment was either negative, neutral, or positive. We also have a blank value. So here is one more thing. When we have copied this, so in bars actually this fx is copied. this conditional formatting is copied. So for this one, we will clear this because here conditions will be different. Instead of company size, now we will bring customer sentiment. That when customer sentiment is unknown, like it is given as blank, in that case, you can see these values. We can do one more thing. We can expand this filters tab, and for customer sentiment, we can select all and exclude this. So now we will have only valid values, and this can also be done. And now we can actually select a donut chart also for this purpose. So you will be able to see those values. So, but here legend is disabled. So when you enable legend, you will be able to see the value. You can also, this is good. So we can now go to detail labels. In detail labels, we actually just have to see the average value. So here you can see data value and percentage both are given. You just have to see the average value. We can just select that average value. Display units is okay. Decimal places we'll select 2. Now it is okay. If you want, you can change color. Like they are not using orange color anywhere, so you can go to slices. And for this orange color, we can actually go with the heading color that we have, or little bit lighter heading color that we have. And for this color, we can actually go with color of this background. So use this color. So this way, you can make it as per your theme. So now we have customer sentiment wise average. As you can see, people who have negative sentiment, they have the highest average priority as per the data set. Next, we will go towards customer tier. So we will create another copy. And we have different customer tiers. Let's adjust width and height of these charts. So we will create 2 rows and 6 visuals in one dashboard. I will adjust width and height accordingly. And these red lines are going to guide us. Similarly, we will increase the height as well and increase the height as well. Average priority by customer sentiment. First of all, I will select a field map. Oh, sorry, I will select a funnel chart. In funnel chart also, you can see that is showing data in the same order. But here, these funnel bars represent that particular size. So instead of customer sentiment, we will go with customer tier. You can see average priority by customer tier is highest in case of enterprise. Like they have 2.0. So, and basic type of customers who have basic tier in company, their average priority is below actual average priority. So that's what you can see here. So this is average priority by customer tier. And important thing is if you are building a machine learning model to predict average priority based on different conditions, so you can see this average priority is actually varying across different categories. It's not same for all of them. So that's why it is important that these variables will be considered while creating machine learning model. If you are creating a classification model using decision tree or random forest classifier or whatever, that we will use, that we will do with Python in upcoming part. So then you will understand why we came to that decision that we don't have to drop this field or we are considering this field. So because we have done some exploratory analysis and see how the data varies across different categories. We will create another copy of it. So you can see we are using different type of charts just to add some variety to it. because these charts can show data for categorical versus numerical field. A similar way, we also have a tree map. So, for example, we have day of week, whether it was Saturday, Sunday, etc. So, for day of week, we will go with a line chart because that is something that has time related value. So, instead of customer tier, we will select day of week. You can see highest priority is on Tuesdays, then it is on Friday, then it is on Monday, and so on. You can also select a simple area chart of oil, which is same as line chart. Just uh, the area of this curve will represent on which day it is higher. So for that. Now here we will once again go to format visual. So in format visual we have lines, and in line we have different type of, like we have only one series. Line type is linear. We can also select smooth. We can also select step. So it's your choice. And like Tuesday, then it was Friday, then it was Monday. So we can show it as a step. And we can also enable markers. So you will be able to see those data points as well. This is just another way of representing your line charts. Then we have industry. So in industry, you can see clients are from e-commerce, fintech, gaming, healthcare, logistics, media, and software as a service, business to business, SaaS B2B. So for that, definitely we can use a tree map because in a tree map we can show more uh, values, so more categorical values. Like for example, here if you are showing 7, so it is showing order of this priority also. So on Tuesday, average priority is around 1.66, and on Sunday it is 1. Now, average priority by day of week is given. Instead of this, we will select industry. All other values are numerical. So we will do another, like as I said, it will have many parts. So this is part one actually. I'm not sure. I think it will take 4 or 5 parts to complete this exploratory analysis. But in the first part, at least we can see average priority by booking channel, by company size, customer sentiment, and so on. So average priority by industry shows that for fintech, our target field has the highest value, and for gaming, it has the lowest value. Now we have used these 6 categorical fields. So we will create a simple slicer over here. So I will just add a slicer over here for noise function. And in this slicer, I will simply drag our fields. So first is booking channel. So I'm just dragging booking channel, and I will select it as a drop down. So instead of vertical list, it will be as a drop down. So we will see it like this. There is one more thing. If you want, you can make it transparent also. So we can go to general tab, effects, remove background, then visual settings, where we have slicer header, for which we can select this font color. If you want to make it bold also, it's your choice. For values, we will again select same font color. For background, we will select the same background color that we have. So now we have this as a transparent value. So now one more thing, if you want, like booking channel is given, so we can rename for this visual just as channel. We can write it like this as well. Now we will copy and paste several times. So after booking channel, we have company size, and we will paste it one more time. After company size, we have customer sentiment. So we have customer sentiment here. Okay, one more time. So here we are going to use these six fields. After customer sentiment, we also have customer here. Wait one more time. So we have day of week, and finally we have industry. We will just select industry. So if you want, you can add more filters here. We still have some space, but you can go with these filters as well for part one. So if you want to see for email, so obviously this will only show one value, but other charts will now show all the data for email. You'll be able to see total tickets, average priority, average downtime, everything can be seen here. Let's say we want to add total tickets over here. So for that, we can simply change it to line and cluster chart and average priority. So it will not change the data, but we'll have a line axis. And for line axis, we will add ticket ID and count of ticket ID. So count listed ticket ID. You can see number of tickets also is very important to analyze. So here you can see average priority. We'll just name it as tickets. Average priority and tickets by booking channel. You can see for phone, although the average priority is high, but number of tickets are low. But for web service, it is very high. So that's how you can add one more line over there. So now this is our simple data analysis dashboard. Like you can select for plus customers, you can select for a particular day of week and see how it goes. You can select your industry and see analysis. So I will share this dataset link, description of the dataset in the video description. You can create this dashboard. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section below. Then we will connect in second part for more analysis on this dataset. And in the last part, we will work on building a machine learning model on it as well. So see you in the next part. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't, so that you can receive more videos like this. I have more than 260 videos focused on Power BI, more than 500 videos focused on data analysis. So you can watch them in our playlists as well. Thanks once again. Have a nice day. Good luck from Slideshow.